So, what your doubt, fear, worry actually is an indication of is that you are out of alignment. Now, don't get me wrong, whenever you have the idea to, introduce the new tactic, strategy, or system to grow the business, to fix the relationship, to bring more prosperity into your life, typically that comes from a deep place of dissatisfaction. And that dissatisfaction is actually just a magnificent word of desire. So, in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how being out of alignment is actually giving you the components to get back into alignment, so that through that alignment, you now are in flow instead of force. Now, if you're just now seeing my face, my name is Master Johnson. I have a tendency of making things make sense. I've been able to have a certain degree of success in my life that is continuously growing, but it came from me understanding fundamental truths about the universe, about the spiritual laws of success, about personal development and personal mastery that has, once again, only came from me being out of alignment. So in today's video, I'm just going to be more so sharing a concept that might be able to lead you to a little bit more effortless manifestation and acceptance of your prosperous and powerful life. I'd recommend taking notes. For those that want to get closer to me and my team, feel free to go ahead and find my wait list right here somewhere in the chat. Feel free, if you are inclined, to do the things with the buttons. Let's go ahead and dive on in. So the very first thing I want you to understand is whenever you are operating in such a place and stage where you feel as if you are not going to see the results, you're not going to see the outcome, you're not going to see the money at the end of the month, you're not going to see the person in your bed, you're not going to see the healthy prognosis or diagnosis on the health report from your healthcare provider or doctor. Whenever we feel that like that, majority of the time, we will only feel those before the actual day comes where we need that outcome. What does that look like? It's called anxiety. What is anxiety? Anxiety is when you use your imagination against you. Now, just stick with me. What does that look like? That looks like you are in a position where you feel like you do not have enough money. You feel like you do not have the correct person, the idea, the confidence, whatever it is. You're in a position where the lack that you are believing or the lack that you are trying to get out of, the lack that you have connected with, is more evident and more radiant, more magnetic than the opposite. Excuse me, just had some pizza. So, what do we need to do in order to furthermore understand this? Well, here we go. Number one, your body is a lie detector. Yes, that means that it doesn't matter how much you affirm, it doesn't matter how much you script, it doesn't matter how many videos you watch, it does not matter what you say when your body knows that you are lying to yourself. Does that make sense? A lot of times individuals will affirm their way or try to affirm themselves out of lower vibrational feelings, thoughts, and emotions. Then a lot of individuals say, oh, I'm not allowed to have negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions because if I have those, well, then now I'm manifesting more of that. No. Your body, being the lie detector that it is telling you the reason why you do not feel good is simply because the doubts, the fears, and the worries are not the truth of your nature. So now this leads me to the next kind of segue into why you're out of alignment is giving birth to the desire to be back in alignment with more money, with more success, prosperity, and health. See, your true nature is not your ego's concept of yourself. Ego actually stands for edging God out. It also stands for earth guide only. So if you are operating inside of a mechanism in your mind that is edging God out, inside of a mechanism that is your earth guide only, then that means that you are operating with more disconnection to what you actually are. And that's God. It's spirit. It's intelligence. The same stuff that's in charge of making sure that the sun stays in the sky, The same stuff that is making sure that the cones in your eyes and the receptors in your eyeballs are making sure that you're seeing my beautiful face. The same intelligence that's causing the blood to flow inside of your body without you thinking about the blood flowing in your body. Yeah, the cells that are dying and then coming back to life. That all of the things, in charge of all of the things, is your true nature and your true divinity. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about biblical stuff now. Just stick with me. I'm not one that necessarily is the most religious, but I do have a relationship with Christ, and I like to study Jesus. And what's interesting is when people were asking Jesus, how are you doing these amazing things? How are you utilizing this power for miracles? Who are you? Where'd you come from? Yada, yada, yada. Jesus' response was excellent because he says, I do nothing. I'm a vessel at which God operates through. I and my Father are one, but my Father is greater than I. Now that Father, whether it's God, whether it's Source, whether it's intelligence, whatever it is, he's talking about the same stuff that's inside of you, that's inside of me. And see, when he says I and the Father are one, but my Father is greater than I, what he's saying is I do nothing. However, when I am in tune with God in me, well, his ways are way better than my ways, right? The only thing I need to do is stay in alignment so that I can be in my nature, so that through that alignment, as God pulls these miracles through me, said Jesus, he shall do the same with you, and to you shall do more than I have. Straight out of the book. Now, why am I talking about that? The reason why I'm talking about that is when you feel the fear, the worry, the doubt, the negative emotions, whatever you would like to call it, that is an indication that your body is telling you through your nervous system, that is telling you, hey, what you are thinking right now or what you are tuned into is basically edging God out. You're operating in your ego. Your nature is abundance. Your nature is the truth. The truth shall set you free. So now comes in the next portion of our conversation here, which is, okay, Master J, this is making sense. So how do I get out of the unalignment and into alignment? Well, whenever you think that you should do more, and whenever you start to operate in the sacrifice and the worry, and you are taking action out of that nervous system that's telling you that you don't have enough, well then now that you've emotionally connected to that, it's emotionally connected to you. So then now, since you pushed up against those feelings, thoughts, and emotions and paid attention to them and gave your energy to it, it's going to pay attention to you. So why am I telling you that? I'm telling you that because it's time to do the exact opposite. In the good book, it says, be still and know that I am God. Well, I am is consciousness. That's your choice. That's your perspective. God is you. So when you be still, the moment you be still, then you're not expressing yourself from a position of scarcity and lack. No. You have the intelligence and the awareness that says my Father's ways are better than mine. My job is to sit back and know that I am God, to get back into alignment. Then through my alignment, I will naturally take aligned action that came from inspiration. So basically, whenever you're in scarcity, get back into your creativity. I think that this might be a two-part video because I'm coming up to my beautiful timeline. But what I want you to do in this perfect moment is rewatch this video, comment the biggest takeaways, share this video with a friend, and hit the subscribe button because I haven't seen anybody that's doing it the way Master Johnson's doing it. And I got a whole lot to teach you. I know that there are some high-level things on this call, or more so, this video. Do the homework and implement the information that I am sharing with you here. And I can assure you, everything will change. Remember, you are not the victim to your life. You are the architect to your life, but it's going to need a master architect. So it's time to show up. Put up or shut up. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you on the next one.